Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here's Sabonis. George with a steal. Doncic right side. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Doncic on the wing. Oh, drains the 19-footer. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
B.A., there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
And here's Sabonis outside. Knocks down the long J.
Well, the rock-solid mechanics of Domantas Sabonis in the catch and shoot.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. And guys, Coach stated the number of different ways that Donovan Mitchell can be productive. The emphasis for this defense is going to be limiting his touches throughout the game and trying to trap him when they can. It's a tall task for the defense. B.A.?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Mitchell into the lane. Clock at 6. Sabonis' shot is off. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Pass to Green. The 3 is up. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
George. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Jackson on the wing. It's stolen by Doncic.
Not a smart pass, and he knows it. Gotta disguise your intentions better than that.
Boy, look at Doncic showing good awareness and quick hands to make the defensive play and then get in transition. Nice.
Sabonis outside. And the Suns miss again.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Claxton throws it down.
How about the power on that drive by Nick Claxton? That sends a message.
Here's Mitchell. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
George, right side. Doncic, left side. Back to Claxton. Clock at 4. Doncic on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Suns trail by 3. Now here's Mitchell. Still without a bucket. Looking to end the run. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Doncic with the bucket.
Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
Mitchell with the ball. Now Alexander Walker defending. Green for 3. Seattle pulls it in. All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting their opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Outside for Green. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Sabonis. Shot clock at 5. Jack's up at 3. Jackson on the wing. Drains the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Seattle. And here's George. Here's Claxton. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Mitchell with the slam.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
To the paint. Here's George. Nice D from Sabonis. Stolen. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
14.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And here's Doncic outside. It's rebounded by Sabonis. The Suns leading. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, BA, it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Phoenix with the ball. Outside, Green. Rejected by Claxton.
Well, the length of Claxton allowing him to reach out and affect the shot. That is really good defensive work.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Green. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Phoenix ball.
Outside Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
Well, Donovan Mitchell putting that elite athleticism to work. How about his ability to be a factor on the glass?
Sabonis outside. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Sabonis. And it's all from three-point range. Seattle trails by 3. Claxton attacking. Outside, Alexander Walker. Doncic on the wing. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Jackson. It's wide right, hits off the rim. It's intercepted.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Doncic with it. He's got 5. Inside. Here's Caldwell Pope. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Now, Luka, just a preternatural gift for finding the open man. What a pass.
In transition, here they come. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Doncic. Back to Caldwell Pope. Uses the glass on the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, BA, I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Seattle making a switch here. And so it's Phoenix with it. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Screen by Bridges. Back to Mitchell. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over George. Jackson can't get it to go. And here's Doncic. He's got 5. Down low. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
.157 left to play in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it. Here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Donovan Mitchell. Look out! Spider Mitchell putting on a show.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
1:16 left in the first half of this one. Outside, Green. No good on the triple.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Now into the lineup.
Seattle making a switch here.
Wendell Carter.
58 seconds left to play in the first half. The three from Mitchell. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Boy, the extraordinary playmaking instincts of Luka Doncic on display right there.
Back to Green. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Mitchell showing some muscle.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Well, we know Wendell Carter Jr. offers a lot on the offensive end. This guy's got to continue to improve as a low-post defender.
And so Carter nails them both. The Suns trailing. Now Mitchell. He's got 11. Pass to Bridges. Can't connect from short range. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Seattle out in front. They lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. To the middle. Here's George. And the jam by George.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Three-pointer Bridges. Counted from distance.
Miles Bridges getting more and more audacious from the three-point line. We see you, sir.
To the inside. Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside, Green. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by George.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so it's Phoenix with it, trailing by 5. Pass to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Green. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Screen by Claxton. Down low. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
That one on Mitchell.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And so he hits both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Suns trail by 5. Now here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. And here's Sabonis outside. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Seattle. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. And at home for the next one, it'll be Oklahoma City pulling in. That game will be the third of 5 at home. Mitchell with the ball. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
Here's Sabonis.
Seattle ball.
Here's Doncic. Screen by Claxton. Inside. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Gets the 3 ball to go. Sabonis has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And it's Doncic missing. The Suns trail by 6. On the wing, Green. Outside Mitchell. Out to Sabonis. That 3's off the mark.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Down low. Here's Doncic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Doncic has got 7 points.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And here's Sabonis outside. Here's George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Out to Sabonis. Can they get it? Jackson right side. Picked by Sabonis. Out to the right wing. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. Left side, Alexander Walker. And here's Doncic. Soft touch off the glass. Doncic has gotten 4 this quarter.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Mitchell with the ball. Caldwell Pope covering. And the basket is good. Sabonis has got 11 points.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. making some changes. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Seattle leading by 14. Here's Goodwin. Pass to DeRozan. It's stolen by Green. It'll count. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Seattle out in front.
The Suns, 36.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3/4. Suns trail by 14. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Green. Back to Mitchell. He takes it in. And here's Sabonis outside. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Here's Carter. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Carter. Hey, expanding his range. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist.
Boy, the big man, Carter Jr., looking very confident.
Seattle making some changes.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Right side Mitchell. Here's Jackson. Seattle pulls it in.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Doncic.
Suns foul.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Outside, Green. Back to Mitchell. Doncic pulls down the board. And Doncic has got the ball here for Seattle. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Sabonis. Outside for Mitchell. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Doncic outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. And Doncic hammers it home.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Robbed. And here's the fast break. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
Well, after netting 1 in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Out to Sabonis. 3-pointer. Drops in the 3. Sabonis has got 6 in the quarter.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Back to Doncic. Doncic is double. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Alexander Walker. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
George. And that one's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Green. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Doncic. The Suns clear it. Now Mitchell. Back to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Phoenix calls timeout. Minute 32 left in the fourth.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Now here's Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Here's Green. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Free throw good. Green.
At the line for the Suns, Green.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses.
And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance.
Doncic outside. Shoots. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Here's Mitchell. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. George feels it out a bit. Oh, and the jam by Doncic.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Seattle. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Alexander Walker with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So we see Seattle get the win here. Boy, they were something special.